Good evening everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're straight into it today. This is the Handicap series that I've been running and this is race 4. My handicap for this one was 14 minutes and 30. My last race it was 10 minutes and 10 I believe, so I've had a massive chunk of time added to my handicap and that's what you get for finishing second, I guess. Get penalised, not penalised, but you get your time adjusted based on your previous run. Shouldn't we be like where the... Yeah, I was quite unsure as to why we were starting way behind the tracking lines, which are up there in them cones. But either way, it was quite chilly. You'll be able to hear a bit of wind, and people are wearing gloves and hats and stuff. It was quite a chilly night, but it wasn't too bad. I'm actually recording... Oh, I'm doing the commentary the day after, and as you can tell my brains aren't too great, so apologies for that. I've tried to adjust the camera settings as well so that they're capturing as much light as they can and the stabilization is as high as it can. There's still some very dark areas of the footage, so I'll try and skip those. I think we'll see when I get to them. The plan of the day was to run at 4:30 kilometer pace, because I did that at the park run just after the last Grand Prix. I haven't done a lot of running since then, I don't think, or not as much as I'd like to, but I've still been improving, I've still been at Grand Prix, so hopefully I'm stronger. But yeah, the plan's to run out of 4:30, I know I can do that, I know it doesn't give us too many issues. I didn't want to lead the group because there were some faster people in this one, with me having a massive handicap this time. So I was running on the shoulder of this lady from Claremont, and I was hoping someone would take the lead, to be honest, and keep it at a decent pace. And I think I've said this in the previous videos as well, my Garmin watch is an older one and it doesn't like light the screen up when you try and look at it. Like a lot of the ones these days, you turn the face of the watch to look to you and it lights up and tells you what's on it. Mine doesn't do that, so I can only check my pace when I'm under light, directly under a lamppost, which is a bit poor. And there's a guy overtaking us straight away. I don't know what his handicap was, but it was obviously better than mine. And then Simon in the pink, I think his name's Simon, and I think he started at the same wave as me. So I was quite happy for him to go ahead of us, and I was just going to sit in behind him and let him do the pace. As long as it was like 4:30s, I would quite happily sit in behind someone. Yeah, quite happy just to sit in and follow someone, let them take the lead and do the work. There wasn't a headwind at this point. In fact, I don't think there was a headwind at all. Really, you could hear little bits of wind, but it wasn't too bad at all. I'd been feeling quite alright actually lately. So yeah, I thought I was in for a good one. Like my handicap had obviously been shot to bits, but I reckon I've still got more to go on top of that. Like I knew I'd ran a minute faster in the part run I did directly after, like 3 or 4 days after the last Grand Prix. So I still had it in my legs. A lot of the times I'm doing it, it's just confidence. Like I'm still trying to work out what I can and can't do regarding like the head pains and the headaches I'm getting after running, and whether I'm getting dizzy spells and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to work out how my body's reacting, and like I said, it's just confidence, working out, if I can push myself to 4:30 pace, yes I can. Does it hurt? Of course it does, because it's as fast as I've ran. But is the next day or two like absolutely wiping me out? Am I getting headaches and just generally just being a terrible person to be around? Because obviously I've got my little lad to look after, my wife. I don't want to be a pain in the arse for her, and I don't want to ruin her days. Especially if it's like a Friday or a Saturday park run, I don't want to be going out and smashing it and then just being completely ruined for the rest of the weekend and not being there for my wife and my kid and trying to have a decent weekend with my family essentially. So still trying to work that out, but as I said, I've done 4:30 pace at the park run and I was alright after that, so that was the plan of the day. I think this is obviously the 4th Grand Prix, as I've said. The 2nd Grand Prix I ran at 28 and a half minutes. The 3rd Grand Prix, the last one, I ran 26 and a half minutes. So today at 4:30 pace, I should have been able to run at about 24 minutes. I've been taking off 2 minutes every month off my 5.5k time, I guess, because this race is 5.5k. It's just over. But there's a massive hill in the middle of it. It's pretty naughty. I don't think I've ever shown it on this actually, because it's really dark down there. There's no lighting. and I don't wear a head torch. I should do, but with having the camera, I haven't been doing that. And there's Simon, my coach. He had a really good handicap, and he's been running really well lately, and I knew he was going to come past us. My other coach started about 2 minutes ahead of me, which is mental because he finished a minute ahead of me in cross country at Reckenden. So don't know how he managed with a handicap. And I expected him to win this tonight. Spoilers, he didn't. So he should have tried harder. But yeah, just trying to settle in. Simon, I believe his name's Simon. I'm probably completely wrong. He's up ahead of me, still trying to keep pace with him, and just trying to, like, a 5.5k is still a long way. Just trying to settle in, run a nice pace, not do anything mental. Yeah, I'm not breathing too badly. I still felt alright here. I just went through the first K a little bit back there, and it was a 4:23, so slightly under, but you're probably always going to get that in the first K with trying to get off to a good start. Everyone starts off too fast, they always do. But just trying to settle in. I was keeping an eye on my watch while I was trying to under each lamppost. Yeah, just keep nice rhythm, keep my arms relaxed, because I nearly always get cramps in my shoulders as well. That's something I used to struggle with all the time. One thing to mention actually is I picked up some Adidas Adizero SL2s in the Black Friday sale, so I'm wearing them tonight. Honestly, didn't really notice that much difference. I normally wear support trainers because I overpronate, but I was talking to Simon, who just passed me before, my coach, at the beginning of the not the Grand Prix, at the beginning of the Great North Run, and he says he overpronates, but he's a physiotherapist, and he says he never wears, his name is Simon because other Simons just shouted him out there. He says he never wears support trainers because they correct your feet, and really you should just be strengthening them and getting used to it. Stop the feet. Don't rely on the trainers to do the correction, because you'll never get strength in those areas to push through the overpronation. But I used to struggle. The reason I wear support trainers is because I used to have shin splints, and I was told to wear support trainers, so I did. Got rid of the shin splints. I had shin splints for 9 months. Got rid of them within 2 weeks, and I've worn support trainers ever since. I always wear the gel Cayenos because of it, and I just pick up a new model every year pretty much. But I saw after talking to Simon, who is a physiotherapist, he was saying he does the exact same thing. He's supposed to wear them, never does, and he's just kind of trained himself out of it, strengthened in the areas. So I thought, you know what it is, I'm going to do the same. I got the SL2s for 70 quid, which is an absolute bargain because they're supposed to be as close to a super shoe as you can get. And Simon there was just starting to slow down a little bit. As I say, I wanted someone to be in front of and run 4:30 pace, but he was just starting to drop off a bit. So I thought, you know what it is, keep it honest, I feel good. Obviously, we're not even halfway through yet, so just keep pushing on. But keep the pace honest. Just trying to keep an eye on Strava to see where the 2k was, because I don't think I didn't thank any marshals. I was a terrible runner. Didn't thank anyone. I was trying to conserve my energy. I wasn't saying hello to anyone. And thanks. I give a couple of people a thumbs up, and that was about all I mustered. Trying to conserve as much energy as possible because of my handicap. I still thought I could do quite well. Like I said, I was a minute faster than my last run on the park run, so I thought I could still get quite low in the results if I just kept it honest. I was trying to keep as much energy back as I could, wasn't speaking to anyone, and just give it my all. Give it my all, but be sensible at the same time, because I wasn't sure pushing whether I would get massive headaches or nothing. So still trying to be sensible with it. This is about the 2k mark, and I went through the second kilometre in 4:32. So pretty much bang on pace of what I wanted to do. So just trying to keep the pace honest, trying to keep 4:30. I'm on pace, I'm on track, I'm where I want to be. I still feel quite alright. Actually, about 2k I could start feeling my calf. My calf was getting in tight, which I think that started on the dome buses I did the week before on the Thursday. It's the first time I've kind of ran 4-minute pace for any distance at any time since surgery, so that kind of hurt a bit, obviously. Oh, I said thanks to Pat. There we go. I lied. I was saying thanks to Marshalls. Not many of them. Said thanks to Pat. And that's the lead bike coming through there on the other side. So that's the lead runner, Colin, and his wife on the bike, cheating. You know what I mean? A little support crew as you go around. Wish I had one of them. As you can see down the bottom there, that's the dark bit we've got to run along. It actually, with the full size of the moon, because I mean the moon was absolutely massive last night. As I said, I'm filming this, recording this the day after the commentary. It was actually really good visibility to the eye, but in the footage, watching it back, it's not so great. Overtook Fran there, who I believe she won the Grand Prix last year. So just trying to take advantage of the downhill. It's actually really bad, this. I've done my angle on this section of pavement before. On the left hand side there's loads of like huge divots and chunks. And my eyes are terrible in the dark. They're not good at all. I probably should have a light, but yeah, so trying to get down it, but trying to stay in the middle, trying to stay towards the right middle, because I know the left hand side's absolutely horrendous. And then just using these people, trying to use the people in front of us to, like as an elastic band, just pick them off one at a time. And trying to run the most efficient route as well. I always stick to the left. I don't know why everyone runs down the middle. I think they all just follow each other like sheep, and I never do. I always stick to the left. We're lit up by Marshalls, I guess, and it's not too bad down here actually. The footage doesn't look too bad, so I'll not skip it. But I was just trying to pick up these people, like I said, pick them off one by one. Like I said, I knew if I kept the pace honest and kept it 4:30, I should still be able to do a finish quite well. Yeah, trying to keep that cough at bay as well. Like I was trying to take like shorter steps, like shorten my stride a bit, but try and keep the pace and the tempo up. I'm not sure what this footage is going to come out like. It looks pretty dark to me, but there's always, on this corner, there's always a massive puddle. You're not going to be able to see it, like, but I'm still picking off people in front of us. I've got like an luminous day glow yellow top on. Probably won't be able to see it like those ones in front. You probably won't be able to see it in the dark either, but at least it's not black. So I try my best. People wearing dark colours in front of us, but we pick them off. Took the inside light, so I went for the outside because I know the corner up here is a right hand side, so I wanted to be on the right hand to get around the bend. And I wanted to just take this hill just nice and easy like I do cross country. Like I know I've got it in my legs, it's only one hill, but it's actually quite steep, so short and sharp, keep the arms going, and as people are slowing down I just try and pick them off. This lass in front of us actually went up it really well, so I thought I'll stick with her. She's going at a decent pace up the hill. And then as always at the top, just try and power on. I mean, we literally do this in training. We get to the top of hills and we keep pushing. And that's what I try to do. We'll see, try and regulate your breathing. Doing some death coughs there, as I believe the Mills boys calls them, on my run. Which is a great channel, by the way. I love his commentary. I don't have the wit or the banter to compete with that. Or the running. They're fabulous runners. Yeah, their channel's great. I really enjoy it. Yeah, loads of people at the hill start struggling, and that's the time to just pick them off. Maintain your pace and just get after them. This lady was doing well. Yeah, get your legs back to you. That's what cross country's for, isn't it? Training the cross country, that's why I do it. Do the hills, it's good training, and then when you come to races like this, you can put your foot down a bit. Which was staying with us a bit. Bring it back to us, relax my shoulders. This is what I tell myself all the time. Relax my shoulders, regulate your breathing, and just keep the tempo good. Keep it honest. Keep an eye on the watch, but not too often. I mean, I think I've barely looked down at it so far. Probably because I can't see it, but not very often. And I haven't actually had that many people overtake us. What have I had, like 2? The lad right at the start, and then Simon. Other than that, nobody's really came past us, and I'm picking off quite a lot of people. Little downhill here, which is always nice. We've run on this bit of path loads of times in the past. It used to be really narrow before they added that little cycle lane. It used to only be the orange bit, so it's much nicer. But trying to stay out of the cycle lane, obviously. I don't want to get hit by a bike. We're trying to take advantage of the downhill. Watch the runners coming the other way. Obviously you can see them coming, so I don't know why people run on the right. We've literally just come up there ourselves. Right, keep pushing. Someone coming. Jimmy. One of the boys have come from way back as well. Started like half an hour before the first person went off. Absolute flying machines. See them all come past me across country.
Just about.
Oh, Pat got 2, thanks. Look at you, anyone else did. There's someone taking over me. And I can't go with them. These lads are way too quick for me. I haven't got it in me legs to go with them. Yeah, keep pushing. I knew like here, like I didn't want to go, like start picking up the pace. Actually back there at the top of the hill was the 3rd kilometre, which I forgot to mention because my memory's terrible. And I went through it in exactly 4:30, and that's including the hill. So pretty well done from me to myself, really. With the downhill, picking up the pace there, I dropped that. What was the pace on the downhill? Let me have a look at Strava. 3:30 pace I was running downhill. And then settled back into the 4:30s. I dropped a 5-minute pace on the uphill, but it's not very long. So yeah, 3rd kilometre was a 4:30 exactly. I'm just trying to keep going, keep pushing, keep picking people off, use the people in front of you constantly. This is why I like the handicap race. Like you can use all these people in front of you and just get the next one, then the next one, then the next one, and just keep picking them off. I think I'll actually put the kilometre splits on the screen as I go through them because I keep missing them while I'm watching this back and doing commentary. Bit late seeing that now, isn't it? But yeah, the shoes felt alright. They're really light, I tell you that. Really light, but my calves were starting to hurt. I remember that. Calves were knackered. And they were this morning actually when I woke up. Quite sore calves. And I haven't struggled that with a long time. But this is quick for me. This is, it's not slow. Oh, again, there's a quick look at the watch. And I'm just about to go through the 4th kilometre in a 4:26. So picked up the pace a little bit, but I know it's like, I was going to say I know it's not too far from home, but it's still, you know, it's a kilometre and a half away. It's not exactly short. I couldn't pick up the pace there. There's my watch. 4:26, as I said. It's just maintaining it. It's a decent pace, I thought. And I knew I could do it, actually. I felt like this pace isn't too bad. It's not killing us. I wasn't absolutely dying. It was in my legs. Still felt good. Just a case of getting to the end. Holding on to it and try and keep as many people behind us as I can. But I know, like I've run the Grand Prix for a lot of years, I know that last section, all the fast boys are going to start catching you. And they're all going to come flying through, and there's nothing you can do about it. Again, taking advantage of the downhill, just trying to pick people off. And I'll probably have to fast forward it at the end of these lights, but we'll see. It's Keith. Still long way to go, Keith. Ain't worried about it, mate. Dig in. Yeah, new trainers felt great. I say calves were sore, but they probably would have been anyway. I think that was pace. That was now to do with the trainers. I still felt really strong, even here. Well, we're 4.5k in. Yeah, still felt really strong. Felt really good. I'm not going to be able to tell you what position I finished in by this, because as I'm doing this commentary, there's no results out yet. spoilers, I actually don't know where I finished. Watch the dog.
Thanks.
She did a good job. See, there's a fastie coming through. Just a case of trying to keep as many behind us as I can and keep picking people off. Like, there's plenty of slow people still in front of us, slower people I should say, to pick off. So even though I'm being overtaken, I'm doing overtaken. This Simon, he's been doing great this year, doing fabulous at cross country. Now the light's not too bad down here with the lampposts. As I say, it looks way lighter in, like, to the naked eye than it does on the footage. Another one. Just keep going. Keep going, it doesn't matter. And I think I'll fast forward here until we get to the hill. So speeding this up, apologies, this sounds really annoying. I got overtaken by a couple of people, but I managed to pass a couple of people in this section as well. There's one overtaken and one overtook me, two overtaken. And then it comes to a bit of a light section up here, and I'll unfreeze it because there's another one overtaking us, so that's 2 for 2. And I'll unfreeze it. Picking up another one. That is the 5th kilometer, and I went through that in 4:26. So still under target, still feeling good. As you can hear, my breathing's getting a bit heavier because we're what, 500 meters from the end or something like that. So I started trying to pick up the pace. Yeah, this is like 5k here. Looking at Strava at the same time. So I was trying to pick up the pace from here because I knew 500 meters, as long as I'm sensible, there's still a little bit of a hill coming up, but as long as I'm sensible, I'll have the legs to get to the end. I'm still picking people off. Obviously it's starting to hurt, it's pitch black, but just trying to get to the end, try and use the hill a bit. Again, once you get to the top of the hill, just keep pushing and just picking people off. Currently I knew I'd done a good job, I just needed to see how many more people I could pick off. Because I knew, like, the closer you get at the end, the more bunched everyone's supposed to get. So there'll be a big bunch of people that I can get at the end. And I knew that, and I know that anyway, because I've run it. There's a few people here I can grab on this hill. Everyone's running up the cycle track.
Bike.
Give them a shout. And it's pitch black, but I could see people up ahead of us. There was a little group. So still just keep trying to push up this little hill. And you can see a few of them there. And that's the finish line, just where them cars are on that light. On the road there, to the right. So try and take these people, and then there was 2 ladies up in front of us. I was debating whether to go up the inside, but I couldn't see where the fence was, because when you're this tired as well, like I find it really hard to judge what I'm doing. So go around the outside of them so I didn't disrupt their running. And then it's just a case of sprinting this hill to get to the end. Didn't think I could catch the guy in front of us, but just try and give it everything. And then Peter comes through, gives us a little shout, because he's actually on my team. And Peter won the 2nd Grand Prix, so he's doing alright for his handicap. And that's it. Ran that in a 24:38, so 2 minutes faster than my last one. So 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 2 minutes, improved on each run. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys.